whānau, welcome to my new page. So I will be your host. My name is Fee. I am a mama of 4 teens and 1 preschooler. And this channel is all based around natural products made from your everyday things that I find around my home. So, for example, my first one I want to tackle and talk to you about is apples. So we always get a lot of apples, and they never seem to get eaten if they've got dents in them, and that the kids will just not touch them. So I tend to turn all of that, and if I put it in my daughter's lunch and it comes home 2 days in a row, that apple I will make into apple cider vinegar. So I will put that video, I've already made that video, that will go at the end of this video. So if you want to check that out, stay till the end and see how I make my apple cider vinegar. But this is just a bit of, I thought I'd start off my page and the first video with my skincare routine. So I've been trialing and error, trialing things for about a year now. So by trade I'm a hairdresser. I was trained at a very early age, 15, to where I was selling products and that claim to be the best, and maybe some of them are some of the best products. But now that I'm older, I'm 40 years old, and so for me, it's more about not trying to get rid of the lines, it's more about softening them. So if you're another one that wants to get more into natural products that are cheap, if you're a frugal mum like myself and you need to save money, or you want to save because you have a few children like myself, here's to making our own products for cheaper. I've got a few behind you that I will show you. But I like to brush my hair out, get all the natural hair oils going through the hair, so nothing stays stagnant. So I had washed my hair for a couple of weeks, just trying to let the hair colour settle in. And then last night, with my homemade cider, I drenched my hair in apple cider vinegar. And then today, I left that overnight. And then, look at this. So my scalp was flaky, it was itchy, my hair was greasy. See, and that's what it looks like. So I wanted to do a double apple cider vinegar. I haven't got around to it yet. I have got more hair. And now that I've brushed my hair, just bring it down here. So I just wanted to show you some of the ways that I use my apple cider vinegar. So this was one of my Temu purchases, my foot bath, which I absolutely love. So I use this regularly, it collapses up, I put it in the bottom of my shelf here. So our bathroom isn't the biggest bathroom, so I've had to come up with ways, like behind me, of how to fit everything in it conveniently for 14s. I've got 2 teenage boys, 3 teenage girls. My girls are 18 and 15 and my boys are 17 and 16. So I'm just filling up my foot start with some hot water. So while I sit here and do my nightly routine, I brought my chair back in so that it was more convenient. So normally what I do is I add my hot water, just like so. I like that it's got the pressure points underneath. And you know, when you got teenage boys, damn can they stink out the house with their feet. Just like always wearing socks and shoes. So when I can start smelling my son's, well, any of my children's feet really, I'll get them to soak their feet. So before finally, and I'll show you what they look like afterwards. So here's my apple cider vinegar, and then there's the mother. So I only added hot water in my foot spray because I always put the cold cider in. So I'll also put this in my bath and in my baby's bath. The kids tend to use it now too when they want a good soak. So my teens will normally have a shower, but when they do have a bath, they will use the cider. And another thing, like I've gone back to face cloths. I found myself using the tips of my towel, so I brought me some face cloths today. And then normally in here, I'd like to have some Epsom salt in here. Here's my ingredients I normally use for my bath. Mixture, baking soda, essential oils, which I've changed it up this time. Smells good. And Epsom salt. Haven't got any of that, but when I do get some, I'll top that up. So before I go to bed, I like to clean my feet. If I don't have a shower, I like to have a foot spa. But this is going to be my new nightly routine. And even before I get in if I get in a bath, I like to soak my feet prior to a bath. Oh, that feels good. So here we go. There's a foot spa. Oh damn, that's what I was going to do. Got a bit distracted there. So now here's back to drenching my hair in the apple cider vinegar. So today I had to shoot off, so I couldn't do the double wash. So I ended up putting in, I gave my hair a rice wash rinse. So with the remaining rice ice cubes, I filled it up with water, the cup I was using, and then drenched my hair in there. Just to, you know, bring it back to pH so it's not so wispy and the hair shaft isn't opened. So here we go. So So my hair was itchy after 2 weeks, putting oil in and considering my hair is coloured, actually that is not the side I can smell it. This is actually the rice water, but that's alright. I'm actually going to use that for the face, but I have a rice mask here. It's that I'm gonna do. You know, it doesn't strip my hair or colour at all. Not much at all. Not even the apple cider. Apple cider didn't strip out as much colour as I was expecting. And then like to give it a good massage in, so you get the scalp. So I was actually getting those little dots in your hand where they were hurting, and I got them quite all over where my hands were getting quite sensitive. And as you can see, I don't have them now. They were under the surface for a little while, but since I've gone back to a more natural, less chemical skincare, skincare routine, and slowly over time alternating the chemical, buying less chemicals, chemical products. So if I'm using like the washing powder, I'll add like the baking soda in there now. And the Epsom salt. So I'm not using as much washing powder as I used to, it's kind of like a 1-to-3 ratio. So 1 part of 3 different things. So that it's less toxic on our skin, and it seems to be working. So that's done. I like to get my hair done first. Not to have clear skin and dull hair. But I'm thinking this is kind of my jam growing up, and hair just by trade. So I learned a few little tricks and tips along the way that I think, which was one I did a reel or short, a fringe hack that you might want to check out with my lovely daughter, Jada. She actually went out today, so still waiting for her to get home. So it's a bit of a late night skincare routine tonight. So my daughter's 18, but she's a home girl, so just worry about it, She's very smart, but I don't know if she's drinking. She's old age. But my kids are the ones, when they go out, they like to come home. she's not home, so I'm hoping that means she's gone to her friends. I don't know if there's any mums watching this. Is that normal? It's my first baby to be 18. Like my big boy is 17. He always comes home. Even if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, he'll come home. Actually stayed out like a couple times this year. But they always call me because they know I worry. Just squeezing out all this excess. Don't want to get the flu, you know. So I like to brush it through too, so just helps with the scalp. If there's any more, you know, leftover product, this will just help disperse it and disperse it right out the hair. So I like to give it a good brush. Just a little tip, if your hair is really knotty, start at the bottom, get the knots out and then work your way up. There we go. Ooh. Check that photo out for a screensaver. For a, what is it? Page, cover page. Sorry if I pressed the wrong button. Ready? Sorry, just gotta get this photo. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, another thing I want to try that I've seen was the oil pulling. Gum mouth, clean out the gum mouth, you know. So let's do it. Let's get some coconut oil on there. So apparently, we got to swish this around in our mouth once it melts down for 10 minutes. And then we'll draw out everything in the mouth, you know. And the gums and teeth from bringing it out, and then you're gonna add out. We're gonna do this for 10 minutes. So during that 10 minutes, I'm gonna, because it's nearly already melted, I'm gonna do a rice mask. So I cooked this, waited till it cooled down. I stick blended it. I had it in the fridge and it was quite a bit hard. So I just added more of the rice water and just mushed it in. So, like they say, it goes smelling. So I put them into ice cube muffin tray things. And those silicone ones. And I'll put them in the bag. So when I'm on a mask, I can just buy another one of these and put it on there. It's a couple dollars from Big W. Because I'm from New Zealand, but I've been living in Australia, Melbourne, Australia for the past, since my daughter, oldest, was 5. She's now 18. And no more talking. Here's to doing, this is my face mask. But first, I wash my face with hot water. Whew. Wow, lucky I've got my plants behind me, so those lovely things, beautiful plants behind me are taking, I know it's not going to sound nice, but I just spat in my plant. So what that does is, if I'm sick in any way, the plant will see that and it'll grow in order to make it easier. You know, because there's been a study where if your plants, if you're the main care, I guess, of your plants, proving that from afar, a certain distance away, that they'll feel you coming home and they'll start singing or they'll stand up. So, yeah, that's cool. Also got my new favourite tool I want to show you. I just want to do one more oil pull, but I just wanted to say something just before. So my videos will never be edited. They are what they are. I'm true blue. What you see is what you get. It will be, not that means that I'll be swearing or, you know, disrespecting anyone or anything. It's just, you know, I've got no time to edit these things. I'll try and, like now it's pretty late, my baby's sleeping. She's as unpredictable as her mum. But this is it, honey. This is my new favourite tool. So I carry this in my bag. I actually want to get another set. This is $3. Actually got another, you get another tool with this, but I'll show you when I buy another pack. But I think this is my new favourite tool. Especially because I'm 40 now. You know, and I'd never want to do Botox or anything. You know, I think out of all the celebrities, the ones that have aged well are the ones that haven't did Botox and that, you know, the ones that do. I remember I used to set up gigs in Melbourne, Australia, and you don't do it hard fun, you just want trying to roll over, stimulate your skin, you know. And it's a good, when I first started doing this for the first couple of days, it's amazing how tight your skin, your face really is. And, you know, all the little tender spots, because they've just never been rubbed, you know. Well, anyways, back to my story. So, yeah, I used to set up the gigs in Melbourne when my babies were younger. I had 2 nannies, so that was convenient. But being from New Zealand, they didn't get no money. So me and my auntie, one of the nannies, she worked there, so I went and joined her. It was good for a few years. But yeah, I was doing a show call for Keith Urban. I think it was like it was my first show call. So that's when, you know, in between the main gig, which was him and his beginning band, whatever that's called, forgot. We're the ones that go on stage and get paid all day to set up the first, you know, gig, and then the second. So we come on the stage, quickly take everything down and put on Keith Urban's set. But when we were in line getting catering, he showed up and my auntie was like doing the... So I'm like, what's going on? And she's like look in front of you because she was just leaving, getting her food. So I looked in front of me and it was Keith Urban waiting in line to have a kai as well. Kai is to go and have a feed, go and have some food. So, and, because he had Botox, he just looked so plastic. He didn't even look like real. It looked plastic. It's like, wow, you must have been probably a beautiful man before you filled your face with plastic. I guess that's the first time. Sorry, Keith Urban. But you're the only example I've ever really seen of up close Botox overdone. But yeah, right under here, I've noticed some very tender spots under here that just haven't been massaged. And it's so relaxing. As you can see, I could fall asleep. That steam on my face was so good. So while I'm doing this, so this is my new favorite tool, cost me $3 for it. Mmm. 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 Mm. So they say not to spit the coconut oil down the sink, so I'm spitting it in the plant. I know it doesn't sound very nice, but that's what I'm doing. Anyways, back to some of my homemade products. So this I made out of, I've got it right here. So I had this lipstick, and this has got a lot of ingredients in it. So I thought if I broke that down, I added it to coconut oil. I made it with coconut oil. From Aldi you can get like those lip balm, or for nappy rash, and that it's like pawpaw and aloe vera together. It's in my room, so I can't bother getting that right now. But I mounted that in with the coconut oil, as well as the lipstick, and then carefully, delicately, spoon by spoon, filled up my lipsticks. How cool is that? Oh, it's still a little bit thing. I better leave that one. But this is better now. It's got coconut oil in it, the same colour. So I like this colour, but it's just better for my lips in general. So if you see over here, my daughter got that on the side. Neighbours are checking it out, and they know we like free stuff. So we used it for our bathroom, which has been kind of convenient because it's such a tiny bathroom. But I was going to show you something. Yeah, see, so I have jars up here that I've still got to fill. So this one I want to make an olive oil. My daughter used it in the bath. It's like there's a little water in it. I know that looks like oil. So just make more oil in there. So that'll come in a later video. Over here was all the leftover toothpaste from my baby's toothpaste. And I just mixed it in with baking soda. And it just doubled the mixture. So whenever she needs it, this is one for her age. She's 6. And I guess it's even better with the baking soda. So I'm going to do my rice mask. But yeah, how cool is that? Made little ones. So these are compact ones. This is, I want to keep a pack in my bag. And eventually all my lipsticks I'm going to turn into, put them in these. Hey, there's a little glimmer of red. Some days I like to have loud lipstick, and some days just a bit more on the, softer side. And look at that, it's good for you. It's good for my skin. So I say that's a win-win. Feels so soft too. It's got the aloe vera in it, the pawpaw, coconut cream. Cool. This is bothering me. It's a little crooked, I know. Oh, that's better. See, and I'm still soaking my feet, so killing two birds is I'm down here moving toes in between, you know, to clean. Oh, that's what I was wanting to show you. Also made a lip balm. I added the whole lip balm as well, which was a moisturising lip balm, Burt's Bees, watermelon, 100% natural origin with responsibly sourced beeswax. So I've also got beeswax in there with a little hint of watermelon. So it smells nice as well as it's got the red and it smells like watermelon. I've only ever seen this done, but to make them myself, it's so cool. It's so rewarding. And then because there's so much left over, see, I like to reuse and recycle everything, all my jars. I like everything in glass now. I'm swapping out plastic containers for the glass ones. So yeah, if I ever need some, I could just put this in some hot water. This would mount down and I can refill. And this is one colour. And then I just have different jars with different colours in it. So that's got the beeswax in it, coconut oil, the lipstick. What was the other one? Pawpaw and aloe vera. How cool is that? Ooh, ooh, ooh. But yeah, they can go under the sink. No, I'm going to have to find somewhere for that, but for now it can come up here. But that is super, super cool. Starting up my shelf a little funny. But if you're into these videos, give me a like, drop a comment, give us a share if you know anyone that's interested in making their own products. So this one here has got my, this one's got the apple cider vinegar in it with a couple of mint leaves in it, which is grown in my kitchen. How cute is that? And then in this one is the rice water. I can spritz it on my face as a toner, or I can spritz it in my hair as a conditioner. This one here I want to do with olive oil, castor oil, a bit of vitamin E, a little bit of rosemary oil, and this will be my hair oil. And then this one here, still deciding what I want to make this one. And the last but not least is my little sugar. This is my little lip scrub. But I guess things won't be sticking to my lips as much now because, you know, my lipsticks are going to be of better quality. So there's the crystals that have risen to the top. There's the little mixture, it's right there. How cute's this? And this is the mixture that you get with it. Oh, the little mixing spoon. It was really hard to mix when it was real soft, so now it's hardened. I can kind of mix it a bit better. So you can see I've got sugar in here. Coffee, just some instant coffee. It's invigorating. It'll help stimulate the lips. If you really wanted to get a bit of plumping action going on, you can chuck a little bit of peppermint oil in there if you want. I've got, make sure it's good quality essential oils. See, look, get the sugar and the coffee in there. Actually, now feeling the quality, I might have to add more sugar in there. I know, that's good. So I like to do. And then you get cooked in the corner. Especially here in Melbourne, it's quite windy and whatnot, so you get a lot of whiplash and people get that windburn thing. So here's two. See, because I got boys and girls, I've got to have a mixture of both. And the boys' stuff's right up the top there because they're taller. And then we've got these things up here. I need a couple more of those. Just keep the makeup and stuff up so our baby doesn't get in them. But that's nearly me for the night, Whānau. I just thought I'd show you. Oh, no, we still got one more thing to do. And you even get one of these, how cute's that? So I think I got that little kit at Kmart Australia. So there's the mask. You can already feel it. It's like, I like the smell of freshly cooked rice. Yeah, it has. It's got like a real nice, it's like an even Botoxy kind of a texture, a thick texture, but not too gluggy. I'm glad I kept the remaining rice water, which would have been fermenting, just sitting on the bench all day today. And the actual rice mixture was in the fridge. But I'm going to take a photo. So I've just started this channel, so starting from after this, I'm going to take a photo. And then continue to take a photo every day. And before the new year, just before the new year, probably day before, we'll see if it's my natural skincare routine has made a difference or not in the whole skin appearance, texture, pores. Oh. Oh my gosh. I feel like I It's nearly pushing that up even more. Holy macaroni. So funny. It's not the most prettiest sight, I guess. I don't know what I was expecting, but I guess I was expecting it to be let's see if I keep on using the roll on my face. I've fallen asleep in the video. And we can't have that. That'll go back in the fridge. I need, might be able to get one more day use out of that. So I might do one more tomorrow night. And then, have a break from the face mask. And then I want to do a peel. So I have backyard chickens, so using 8 egg from my chickens. And a few other ingredients. Just taking a photo. Oh, I can't even remember what I was going to say. Oh yeah, and then my egg peel. So using the right egg white and the yolk. That's after I've run out of the rice. I see you don't even have to make much, and if you do make more, you just freeze it and, put in a cup, jar, whatever until you're about to use it. Actually feels like it's like tightening. Oh, look at that, that's so funny. If you had told me a couple of years back that I'd be putting rice on my face, I'd tell you, get out of here. But, after I started getting the skin allergies, after being a hairdresser and, been around so many products for years and probably stressed, I don't know what it was. But I've never had that, never had any kind of skin allergies or anything. Maybe it's getting older. I'm not too sure. As I'm quite fit and active, I don't drive, so we walk a lot. We don't depend on taxis. Probably public transport is our biggest way of getting around Melbourne, Australia, which is kind of convenient. You don't really need a car in Melbourne, Australia. I've been back since 2012 with 4 children, and I guess my mum never drove, so we used to walk in, and me and my children we adapted. See, that's why my daughter's out now, because you can go anywhere in Melbourne as long as you know your way around and you know how to use a GPS. But yeah, I found when I used the rice water and the apple cider vinegar, my scalp is clear. I stopped itching straight away. It automatically went away, which saves you from scratching to the point where, you're pulling up the product in your skin, and then you're creating scabs and whatnot in your hair, which is going to hurt and not good for your scalp. So if you apply the apple cider vinegar, or children who have got itchy hair, another thing I like to do if you've got young children is to put tea tree oil in the shampoo, not so much the conditioner, because no one likes to be smelling like tea tree oil, especially not kids, because other kids tend to know that they've had a kitty treatment. So I used to just put it in the shampoo for my kids when they were younger, and they tend to keep the head lice away. So look at that, colour still there. Not much has come out, if at all, not much at all, if any. So definitely was a surprise for me when it comes to coloured hair. It definitely doesn't strip the hair like a normal shampoo does or conditioner. So for coloured hair, I recommend just trying a apple cider vinegar wash, just like I did. The same way I did the rice one, you can do it the apple cider vinegar first, which will be your shampoo, and then the rice will be like your alternative conditioner. So it'll just close up the hair again and make it not look so. But that's what the apple cider does, it draws everything out, gets everything out. Let's check out the scalp. And that's 2 days, 2 weeks of not washing hair, and that was 1 apple cider vinegar and 2 rice water applications. So you can decide for yourself whether you think it has made a difference. And maybe see, it already feels like it's tightening. See that? That's cool. And they say about once it's hardened, you can go along and take this off. Now I just need to get me a towel. And it's amazing, you know, when you see your foot smell water and you're just like, whoa. But then you imagine, whoa, am I taking that to bed when I don't wash my feet? So now it's like, for me, if I wash my feet. And I've noticed when I used apple cider vinegar and the baking soda on our feet, you know, like when you wash your feet and you still smell toe jams. Like my kids just have up the nose of a rat, but yeah, you could just smell it, it lingers. It's like it's still in the dead skin around your feet. And I don't look at that, I'm working on it. Hey, if anyone's got any ideas on how to soften that, then please drop it in the comments. I look before and after. How clean do these tooties look? Like to give them a good dry in between. And I can't wear socks to bed, so I guess that's a good thing. It lets the feet dry out, air out. But what I also found is that, yeah, and maybe because I thoroughly dry my feet as well, we just don't get toe germs. I think the more my sons have done it too, it just kills off any foot fungies and everything. Oh yes, there's my big girl. Come in, babe! One moment, Fano. Fano, I am back and my daughter is home. So she was late because there was here in Melbourne, you know, sometimes these trains, there's, oh I know, God knows what's happening there. That my daughter ended up on bus replacement, so hence why she got home pretty late. But she's home, so I'm happy. So I'm going to chat to her, see how we might end. How her day went today. Yeah, back to the mask. It is definitely, see that? It is definitely tightened up. This thing is good. And whatever the benefits is to it, you know, you can check that out. They call this like the Korean skincare thing. And, you know, their skin, the proof's in the pudding, and their skin is beautiful. And they've probably been doing it for years, I know. But if it can soften any of my lines in any way, shape, way or form, it's worth giving it a go. And if it's as cheap as this, I'm definitely going to keep doing this. Ooh. Maybe I shouldn't stir that water as much. But this is my first video introduction, Funny. Oh, it smells so good. It's a pity that it starts smelling funny after a couple of days because smells so good. Now that felt good. So my daughter has just got home. She might want to have a bit of a face mask herself. But look at that. I hope you enjoyed this first video. There's a lot to process in this video. My sister says that, you know, that all these, what I think is just like a little bit of basic knowledge. She says to me, sis, it is an overload. And if it was for you tonight, my video is also a little bit for you. Too much to watch in one night. Maybe come back another night and finish it. Or when you need it, you know. Go to the bits. I don't know how to do a thumbprint, so you could go straight to that bit. That will come with time and experience, but for now, just getting a video up is a big thing for me. And hopefully a bit better quality. So this will be the end of this segment, but you want to check out how I make my apple cider vinegar. I think at the end of every segment I do, I'll have a video of something I've made that I featured in my skincare routine, our hair routine, and if there's something I've touched on in this video that you want me to do a video on, whether it's making up a little travel pack, yeah, let me know what kind of videos in the natural beauty guide kind of category of what you'd like to see. And I'll see if I can make that happen. But here's to self-love, self-care. You know, you're only as good as you feel. And I am not getting any younger, so I want to make sure I look and feel good on the inside and outside as much as I can be, as well as being a good person. Because that is definitely also important. You know, you never know what someone else is going through. And sometimes all it takes is a little smile. You know, acknowledgement. I see you. Well, I hope everyone has enjoyed this first video. If you like this video and you want to see more like this, join me, follow me along this journey. And yeah, let's get it. Bye for now. Your host, Fee, signing out now. Boom. hope everyone has a good night. I'll see you in the morning. Por Maria whanau.